Hi, welcome to Smoke Time. I am Chandler, a magic practitioner, and today I'm turning one of my sigils into a painting. I just want to go ahead and get started, so let's get right into it. Alright, here is what we're doing today. So this time I want to go ahead and make my Transmutation Sigil into a painting. So I went ahead and sketched what I see when I think of this, which is a stake chipped but with vines and like greenery growing out of it. Basically my thoughts are with my Transmutation Sigil is I need it to be piercing because it needs to break through whatever negativity, harm, ill will, whatever could be sent like my way. I need to transmute that. So first I need to start by piercing that. So I'm keeping it very sharp down here. But I also want the piercing itself to be what grows the greenery and grows the abundance, the prosperity, the positivity. So though it is chipped, the greenery is growing from that. The leaves, the vines, everything, so that it's truly taking from the piercing of the negativity and growing upward. Everything points upward. That's the thought. With the finalized version already on this, thankfully the sticky note is the same size as the canvas that I'll be using today. I'm gonna go ahead and take one of my super soft pencils, rub it all on the back of this so that I can kind of just place this on the canvas and trace all of that, but you'll see that right now. I'm just gonna go ahead and just rub this on every part of that drawing that I can see. Here is the trusty canvas that will be trusted to become the Transmutation Sigil painting. It was super cheap, super fine. I was hoping for something a little more card-shaped, but I'm honestly not mad with these square canvases, and they're the perfect size for the sticky notes, so this is gonna work out really well. But before I start transferring that onto here, I'm gonna use the incense of today, which I feel like is really fitting to go along with this whole entire project and working. It's a flowering cactus incense. I really get like a protective, like but baneful, very much like transmutation warding vibe from this. So I'm gonna be using that to kind of smoke cleanse the space, the canvas, and then we'll go ahead and get started. Okay, a bit of an awkward camera angle, but there you go. You get the concept. All right, moment of truth. Yay! Sorry, I'm excited. Okay. Yeah, that looks really good. I like that. It's perhaps maybe a little lower than I was originally intending, but I'm fine with it honestly being lower down here because like I said, I really need that piercing energy to start the whole transmutation anyways, so I'm okay with that. Now, time to set up all the paints. All right, paper towel, colored test paper, canvas with design on it, jar full of moon water with the tiniest paintbrush that I have, and both tins of my watercolors because I haven't decided what colors I'm doing yet, but I'm probably gonna use both. So, all right, now that I have the art side of things set up, I'm gonna go ahead and prop you up and we'll get started on this painting. Alright, I got that first layer of brown down. I just want to really get the base colors on before I start worrying about like shading or anything like that. So I'm going to hit it with the more dull brown right now to just kind of help distinguish. Oh my gosh, I can't talk today. Distinguish like the different browns already to start setting that up. But while I do, I don't want to keep just explaining what I'm doing because that's kind of lame. This isn't really a tutorial video. It's more just me sharing like what I'm doing in hopes that it will inspire like other people to incorporate art into their witchcraft or their practice, whatever it may be. Yeah, I don't know. I feel really drawn to create magic in this way, to blend it with my art. I've always super been into art, and I found that as I kind of age up and go through life, it shifts and it's becoming kind of a different way to express myself. And especially now that I am practicing magic, it is, sorry, I'm trying to like talk and work at the same time. Now that I'm practicing magic, it is truly such a beautiful way for me to kiss art and magic at the same time. It feels more powerful than if I was to just keep drawing out my sigils and burning them with my spell work. Like, this to me means so much to me that it feels like it amplifies the power of what I'm trying to do here, if that kind of makes sense. So yeah, I just I really wanted to share kind of what I'm up to, what I'm into, and I'm really excited to paint the rest of these sigils and turn them into paintings, and see how this one turns out. Alright, there are the base colors of the brown before any shading or details. Whoa. So, sorry, I know I'm probably rambling a lot. I tried to script videos in the last couple of videos, and I'm gonna be honest, I really hated it. I liked being more raw, honest, and kind of just in the moment with you guys as you're watching this and as I'm doing it. Like, we're both here. So yeah, I'm sorry if I say and stutter a whole bunch. I just want to kind of share my experience and let you guys know what I'm all about, which is art and magic. Alright, I am going to try to hold my phone in paint, which I feel like is honestly going to be really hard. But I'm going to try, because I want you guys to be able to have a better view of this, because I feel like that last one maybe wasn't so much it. But yeah, I like doing these paintings in watercolor. It's a medium that I am like comfortable in, and you get to use moon water with it. So I think that's really cool. But yeah, like I said, this I'm creating because I wanted something more like reusable, and not just reusable, but like amplified and strong. Because like I'm so sorry, I'm like stuttering myself. Like I was trying to say, mixing magic into my art and thus art into my magic, to me feels like the truest form of like meaning and expression that I know how to put out right now. So to me it feels really like amplifying and super strong. So I want to keep that energy around. I don't want to keep just drawing my sigils and giving them to just the spell that they may be used for that one moment. Like, I will definitely continue to use my simplified sigils. I use them almost every day, but I definitely want something more reusable, and like I said, that just speaks to me and is strong for me, and I really think that this is that. Plus, it's super cool. Painting is all done. Now we can go ahead and jump into enchanting it and busting out the spell work, the magic, the witchcraft. So casting surface, and I'm gonna go ahead and start with this orange candle. Alright, I'm gonna attempt to place this on camera for you. So the orange candle is here for action and success, attracting positive energy, control, motivation, and just general positive change. All right, got that all placed there, and I'm gonna go ahead and just place this down. I'm pulling it to the edge because I just don't want the wax to affect the painting in any way, so I want to keep it safe, so we'll do it like right there. This is some homemade black salt, and I'm going to be adding this for protection and purification. Some thyme for strength, focus, and also amplifying purification. Some cinnamon for protection, purification, prosperity, success, and amplifying intuition. I do want to clarify, I used my breath to just kind of blow some of it off because I do want it visible. I don't want it completely covered by the cinnamon. Some chamomile tea for attraction, luck, banishing, protection, and prosperity. And I'm going to do the same thing and just blow it so that we can see it better. Cool. All right, some cane sugar for sweetness, abundance, purity, kindness, and favor. All right, this is a giant jar of coffee, and I will also be adding that here, but I'm gonna do it very light because I don't want to dump too much. So this is for energy, focus, protection, clarity, speed, and intention. It helps amplify intentions. All right, some rosemary for protection, clarity. It breaks down negativity, and it's also really good at amplification and speed. This is not a baneful working, but I am going to be adding some red chilies for speed, amplification, protection, and it helps break any negativity, which very much is what we need. I need that broken so we can transmute it. All right, got the petition on top of the candle just how I like it. And I went ahead and drew out the OG original Transmutation Sigil. And I'm gonna go ahead and use some red chili honey to just kind of anoint the back and stick it on there like a magical sticker. All right, here are our gem helpers. Adding some selenite for protection and clarity. And then here is some clear quartz for balance, amplification. And it also just helps with manifestations. This one has a couple different names, but I think the one that I landed on using for it was the Flame Aurora Quartz. And it's for clarity, strength, transmutation, and focus. So I'm gonna go ahead and place that there. And then this is one of my all-time favorites. Let me see if I can show you. Yeah, there we go. So this is a smoky quartz, and I really love this one. It's all about action, gosh, transmutation, releasing negativity, and protection. This is such a good gem. We're gonna go ahead and just pop that there. And those guys are all there. And I do have a little bit more that I would like to add here, and it's not tarot cards. Yay, some pine cones for protection, change, and helping with purification. And I'm just gonna kind of put them about here. I don't think the wax will touch it. And I will stand on this hill. I do not see enough people use representation of the awesome little dudes in their craft enough. I know that's not everybody's cup of tea and jam, but like their properties, their meanings are so spectacular that all three of these are gonna be all over this. So let's break them down. A Pegasus is so spectacular. It's really good for freedom, transformation, intuition, and wisdom. So I'm gonna go ahead and honestly, I want to put it like behind it. So I'm gonna just push that a little bit. I'm gonna place it right there. Okay. Up next is the all trusty fox. So these guys are really good for adaptability, transmutation, and intuition. They're also really cunning, so that helps. I'm gonna go ahead and just place our little fox helper like right there. All right, and this goldfish has a lot of sentimental like childhood attachments for me. But the goldfish is really good for prosperity, luck, abundance, and it's also really good for transformations. So we're gonna add that right there. And the little dudes will quite literally back the painting and help with the magic and the intentions behind this working. But we're all set, we're ready to go. We can cast now. Protection from all ill actions and harmful intentions. Stab and stake down negativity. Purify unaligned energies. Transmute all that is against me into my favor and fortune. Strong growth of intuition and success. Amplified speed and focus. Sweetening of abundance and change. Balance throughout. Oh wow, okay. Alright, I had to relight it because the petition was too big to start and it didn't want to light via smoke this time, but that's fine. Oh wow, okay. But it is definitely going now, so I am going to just sit back and enjoy this spell as it enchants the piece and also just, whoa, lets out some transmutation energy to myself and just in my general vicinity. But if you made it this far, thank you. I really appreciate you watching this, and I hope that this was entertaining and maybe a little enlightening on like, I don't know, what I'm about, what I'm doing. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's really fun to share this, and I know I'm really excited for this working and all the other sigil paintings that I have planned. I've got 4 more after this, at least, that I can do right now. But there's no real need to have this casting go on the whole time, since it is just going to be mostly enchanting the piece itself. So with that, I thank you for watching this video and follow along if you like artwork and magic. I post every Tuesday and Saturday, and if you're interested in any artwork or magic, feel free to message me on Instagram or check out my custom spell slot on Etsy. I've got that in the link down below. I'm currently open for commissions with like art or just the custom spells. Yeah. All right. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate it, and I hope that you enjoyed this. Instagram will have a finalized, better picture once I pull this out of this working, if you're curious about that. All right. Peace.